The first half of 2021 has been dramatic in terms of cybersecurity events. We started off the year with the SolarWinds hack that affected over 18,000 major corporations and government entities. Then we had the Colonial Pipeline ransomware attack, which shut down energy delivery to the entire U.S. eastern coast, mid-Atlantic area for almost a week. Then we had, just recently, the JBS, the largest meat packing organization or company in the world, attacked specifically the U.S. production facilities that could have jeopardized food production in the U.S. So what is an organization to do? How can we defend ourselves from these increasing attacks? And they're only going to get worse, in my opinion, because the ransomware attackers are now getting paid, and they're getting paid big money. So we have to prepare for more and more of this. So what do? Hi, I'm Steve Murphy. I'm a vice president at ARG, and while I work for ARG, this video is my own and not necessarily a reflection of my employer. Cybersecurity is a hard topic to tackle within an organization. Many people outside of the technology space view cybersecurity as more of an insurance program. We have to spend money to protect ourselves, but it's not an insurance program. It's more like a safety device that you have in your car, an airbag or a seatbelt. It used to be 30 years ago, we had to convince people to put on their seatbelt. We had to pass laws to have people put on their seatbelt. Today, no one would get into a car without a seatbelt. No one would purchase a car without an array of airbags surrounding the driver and passengers. Those are protective services, and so is cybersecurity. So we have to up our game, and I see a lot of our clients, especially mid-market clients, who don't know what to do next. So let's talk about that very briefly. I'm going to recommend that you introduce sort of a cybersecurity boot camp. Now, traditionally in the military, and I have never served, and I really appreciate the service of those who have, but what I understand about a boot camp is it is a place to tear the individual down and build back up as a unit. So what I suggest for cybersecurity is you do the same thing. Tear it down, work through the basics, and understand what you need to do to build it back better. And I'm not talking about dismantling anything. This is more of a mental exercise that you as a technology leader within your organization, you have to undertake. One of the biggest areas that we see with clients is that they feel relatively confident in their cybersecurity, but nothing is documented. And so that may be a great place to start this journey. Document your cybersecurity strategy and your remediation steps that I'm sure you've planned out in thought exercises but may not be laid out on paper. Now, I totally understand and appreciate as technologists, sometimes writing, especially documenting procedures, is not one of the first things that we want to do with our precious time. So find other ways of getting that accomplished. Go find an intern, someone who's majoring in information systems or even cybersecurity at a local college. Pay them $15 an hour or something and narrate your remediation plan, narrate your cybersecurity strategy to them. Let them document it. Let them write it. They're still in the mode of writing papers and so forth for their college courses. Now, you're not going to get back a perfect product, but it will be a start. It will be a platform upon which you can then begin to improve. Don't rely on any of your systems for your remediation plan. Think about what your priorities are in terms of restoring systems. What do you need to have immediate access to if the worst should happen? I'm thinking of things like service delivery platforms, billing platforms so you can keep revenue flowing to the organization, payroll platforms so you can continue to pay your employees and keep morale up. Establish a roadmap. You probably already have a roadmap for that matter, but review your roadmap and take a look at some of the cybersecurity initiatives that you have on that roadmap and see if you can pull them up. You've got to ask for more funding. Consider using managed services rather than doing it on your own. You'll be able to institute and implement some of these strategies much quicker using a managed service provider, and we have a lot of them in our portfolio. If you're looking for a managed service provider to help you, just let me know. Be happy to point you in the right direction. And then lastly, I don't do many promotional videos. In fact, I try not to promote my organizations or our company's services in these videos at all. But I will say this: budget is a big constraint with regard to cybersecurity. My organization, the company I work for, is an expert at freeing up budget for these types of projects. We will help rationalize and reduce costs across your IT budget, primarily in outside network services, security services, communications platforms, and a host of other services that companies spend a lot of their IT budget on. We can help you reduce that cost and free up budget to potentially invest in some of these cybersecurity strategies that we talk about throughout the videos that I published. So that's it for this week. If you want to continue the conversation or you want to reach out, my contact information will be in the description of this video. If you got some value out of this or any of my other videos, I'd appreciate a like, and thank you very much in advance for doing that. And if you want to come back to this channel in the future, the easiest way of doing that is just hitting that subscribe button. That will put my videos in your feed and you'll be able to find your way back here very easily. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.